Welcome, everybody, to Nerd Realm. I am your host, James. This is our first episode in almost 10 years. And the reason I say that is because of the fact that this show actually had a humble beginning on the Lagging Out Network on YouTube. Now, to kind of flesh out what Nerd Realm is for those that have not experienced the show before, we talk about anything from movies, from TVs to video games. Pretty much anything within the nerd culture is our oyster, and that's what we're going to be talking about. Now, today's episode, we're going to be mainly focusing on the upcoming James Gunn film, Superman, featuring David Cornsweet. Now, as I mentioned before, the upcoming film stars David Cornsweet stepping into the role of Superman, as well as Rachel. I'm going to try to say her name without butchering it, so don't laugh at me too much, guys, if you're listening. It is, according to Google, it is pronounced Brosnahan. I'm pretty sure I'm still saying it wrong, but yes, she's going to be stepping into the feisty role of Lois Lane. Now we have Nicholas Hoult, who, if for a lot of comic book fans, will know him as Beast or Hank McCoy from the X-Men First Class series. And so, yeah, he's going to be portraying Lex Luthor. Now, we have a couple other people joining in this cast. You got Nathan Fillion stepping in as Guy Gardner. There's so many different heroes that are going to be showing up in this film, but I mainly want to focus on some of the heat this movie is getting and returns to its tone. I'm going to be honest with you. I see the legitimacy of it, but at the same point in time, we're going to break down kind of where is this hate coming from? Now, I've spent the last few weeks reading comment boards on TikTok, on YouTube, and Facebook for just about anything for this movie, just to get kind of the impression of how people are feeling about this film. But ever since Superman was announced for this new DC universe under the direction of James Gunn, there has been a mix of optimism and a little bit of disdain. Now, it goes without saying, a lot of disdain is coming from fans that are really kind of mad about the Snyder universe being, demolished and the firing of Henry Cavill as Superman. Don't get me wrong, Henry was great. He was a great Superman. But some of it also comes from James Gunn's decisions to kind of, pick and choose what's canon and what's not. Like Season 2's Peacemaker on Max or HBO Max or whatever they want to call themselves this week. Now, how Season 1 wasn't part of James Gunn's universe, but Season 2 will be. So it's kind of like, what's happening here? Is James Gunn is just picking and choosing what he wants? Is he making a whole new universe? There's a lot of hatred for that too. I can see where that's coming from, but at the same point in time, I like James Gunn. I think he's gonna do a really good job so far. Also, some of the issues state from the early trailers that show a little bit too much humor and silliness. Now, we know James Gunn drops a lot of humor from the Guardians of the Galaxy films, and they're worried that I guess it's going to get too campy. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a fair concern, and I see where the line is. Me personally, I don't mind a little humor in there, but I don't want a slapstick, comedy. Superman can be funny, but he's not Spider-Man, and I don't want him throwing quip after quip after quip, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but Superman can crack a joke occasionally. Now, most of us have grown up watching Superman in some form or fashion, either from the Christopher Reeve adaptations to the DCAU ones with, from the 90s and early 2000s with Justice League, the Superman Adventures and all that stuff. Not Superman Adventures, but the Superman Animated Series, the Batman Superman Adventures. We've seen Superman in some form or fashion, and we do know that he can be kind of funny. Now, the Snyderverse Superman, Henry Cavill, didn't really get a lot of chance to really shine in that role, and I do kind of feel bad he never did get to shine. I mean, he could have. There was some aspects. I believe it was in Justice League. When he wasn't being broody and weird, he could show a little bit of smile. It was kind of funny. The whole bantering with Batman during not Dark Side, but the Steppenwolf fight. So I mean, there was potential. It just I think Henry Cavill's Superman didn't have the right directors to lead him in the right path. But that's okay. Henry Cavill is currently doing other projects. He's had The Witcher. I think he's being tapped for Warhammer. I know for sure he's doing Voltron right now. He's living his best nerdy life, man. He is like I think him and Pedro Pascal are running the race right now of who can get the most nerdy properties in the Infinity Stone universe there for him. Because, I mean, you got Pedro doing Star Wars. He did Game of Thrones, The Last of Us, whether you like it or not. Now he's Mr. Fantastic. I mean, these guys are gathering up the roles. Now, a lot of hatred is also coming toward like the costume designs for this movie. I mean, yes, some of these costumes do look campy, but in a way, it's kind of brings a little bit more of a refreshing look, in my opinion, to the new DCU. It's like they're leading into the comic pages. They're pulling these characters out. They're not trying to make their suits function for our benefit, if that makes any sense. That they look like comic book characters, and I like that. I am really, really happy. I'm okay with hot girls' wings looking, fake and whatnot. It's well with the CGI and everything. I'm sure it's going to look better, but the production work stuff. I mean, we've all seen the production footage and the photos where Guy Gardner and everybody looks like they're just at a cosplay event. But honestly, I can't wait to see what they look like in the final project. I, for one, am really excited to see how the final project's going to show for everybody. I mean, after the special effects and the CGI and everything, all the post work is done, it's going to be really cool to see how this movie kind of brings a new Superman for another new generation to watch. Because, well, we had our Henry Cavill version. I mean, we had Brendan Routh. I mean, we've had several Supermans, and you know what? Yes, you can hold on to your hatred that Henry Cavill is no longer Superman, and it does suck in some cases. At the point in time, I'm also going to give David Cornsweet his chances. From the initial impressions I've seen, the chemistry between him and Rachel look fantastic. They act really well, like Superman and Lois, and the chemistry just from the little promotions I've seen on like TikTok and everything like that. They look like they really enjoyed the role, and they're really bringing it. And even Rachel, who's playing Lois again, she's really passionate about it. So I'm gonna give them a chance. If they have the passion for it, and if James Gunn has the passion for it, I'm curious to see how Superman's gonna go. I mean, we already have this lined up. We have Supergirl lined up, I think, next year. Let's give this DCU a chance. I mean, it can't go any worse. I mean, we don't have Ezra Miller running around as Flash anymore, so we're probably gonna get a new Flash. Probably a good one. Maybe we might even get Grant Gustin to make a cameo of some sort of, I mean, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. But if we don't give this a chance, then we're going to wind up getting another damn reboot. And I really don't want another damn reboot of anything. I just want, go forward. Go forward. So I really hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. I kept it really short and, kind of something you guys can easily digest in a break or so. Some episodes are gonna be a little longer, some probably won't, but depends on the topic material. This one is just about a movie that's coming out in just a few weeks, and I hope you guys are gonna get tickets. If not, that's okay. At the same point in time, let other people enjoy it that are actually gonna go see it. I mean, after all, take a kid to go see it. It's gonna be awesome. They're gonna like it. It's gonna be flashy, and crypto looks adorable. Come on, the marketing list for this movie is pretty much all centered around crypto. So, all in all, thank you guys for joining. Once again, my name is James, and thank you for joining me on our first episode back of Nerd Realm, and we'll be back with more in the future. So, until then, take care, and see you later.